Right now, later in the week, we'll be picking up our new sprint frame. We got the truck practice coming up, so we'll begin footage for that. Right now, I'm going to show you our toter home that we usually go to and from our races, and we'll do a quick little tour. Okay, so basically, 1998 Chevy P30 frame. It's a windsong RV. All the windows have been blacked out, all of them. It's got limo tint all the way around. Chrome simulators. It's got outside stereo, canopy. It's got dual AC units on the roof, front and rear. A couple of things for damage from the hurricane, our last hurricane we have. That was a tree that got hit. That was from the hurricane. We had a tree fall on it, and it didn't dent the roof or anything like that. This is a one-piece fiberglass roof. It didn't dent it or anything like that. It just rubbed off the liner. So that's something eventually we're going to have to look at. It's got a ladder up top. I am the third owner of this coach. Third owner. The original owner had it. He put around 60,000 miles on it, and then I bought it. I actually bought it for $4,000, and the guy didn't want to put, from the second owner, he didn't want to put any more money in it. It had problems with the auto park, which I'm still dealing with, but it needed front and rear brakes, all new tires all the way around. It had some engine issues, but basically we addressed pretty much all of that. I got everything up and running on it. I got all new brakes on it, all new tires. It is a dually with a tandem, and the tandem does make a difference driving down the road, especially towing. It makes it very nice and comfortable, and it also has jacks all the way around. There's your windows on the side. Again, it's all limo tinted on the side, outside lights, canopies. So it's still a work in progress. I mean, it literally gets us from here to there, no problem, and it pulls our 20-foot trailer with the race truck in or the Sprint in there, no problem. It's got a Harbor Freight generator in it. It just slides right in. No complaints with this generator. We actually used it non-stop during a hurricane. No problems whatsoever. My only problem now is the switch. The push start button switch intermittently works, and sometimes it doesn't. So that's a little bit of a pain, but this thing literally starts on nothing. I have the pull start right back here, and I literally just pull it once and it starts right up. Just apply the choke, pull it once. I have a fan. I wired an electric fan to it, and it's got an electric fuel pump to it that runs off the RV tank that runs into it. And basically this generator powers literally, I don't have to lock it down now, but this generator literally powers both top AC units, microwave, coffee maker, water heaters. We actually have 2 water heaters on this RV. We have the propane one, and then we have a electric water heater on it. So when we're at the track, we like our hot water. We have to take nice hot showers, and it does get really hot. I actually burned myself the first time I used it. It was very hot. So we've got 2 water heaters on this, which doubles our capacity as far as hot water. Come around to the front, side door, which is a nice option like for tolls and stuff. Roll down the window. I believe I have this unlocked. We'll take a look under the hood, or what you would call a hood. Usually it gets full of wasps. So take a look underneath here. This is the front of the engine. Basically the radiator, condenser, air filters down there. Now, one thing I did when I bought this coach, you see it's got 2 batteries here and it's got 1 battery over there. Originally, the batteries, the 1 battery was all the way down there, and it had 2 batteries up here. But it completely got rusted out. The batteries went bad and it just rusted out. They had thin sheet metal holding it in place. So what I did was I added galvanized angle, and I just welded it to this front structure of the RV from the main frame of the RV, and then this front bumper they made here. So that was all I did there. So you got power steering. Basically everything is here to get to. It's very easy. There's cables everywhere, but it is nice. It's nice and easy to work with. You wouldn't think that this gets too much airflow to cool the engine off, but it actually does through those 2 grill inserts there. It actually gets plenty of flow. But it's got full electric mirrors on it. It's nice because it has the lower tow mirror, makes it easy. And again, canopy. So we'll go ahead and go inside of it and check it out. Now, I have the power off right now. I'll turn the power on. The steps shouldn't come out. unless I have the key on or turn my master on. And you have to watch the step, because one day I turned the step on, and we do have it marked. I turned the step on and I ran the step right into my feet. Hurt like hell. So now that that's resetting, if I close this, and it's got a dual pass on it, so there's the automatic steps, screen door. You come in. We cleaned it up a little bit from the race, but right now we got everything kind of closed up for storage. But there's the dash, very big dash. It's got a backup camera. There's the cockpit area. It's very roomy. This is a full slide out here. Table and everything slides out, so it opens this up quite a lot. This pulls out into a bed, which is nice. This is usually where I sleep. I don't like the bed in the back. It's too hard. It's uncomfortable. This to me is really soft. Double blinds. So you got a daytime shade. I'm sorry, a nighttime shade, and then you got a daytime shade, and it really darkens it up. Storage all the way around. Lights all the way around. This thing's got lights everywhere. It's got a TV box, more storage. It's got fans. That's the other part of the slide out there. Now we come to the kitchen area. Turn another light on here. Okay, so now we have our microwave. We have our monitor, which that's all of our levels. So like our black tank is 3/4 full. Gray tank is usually always full with us. When we do them long race weekends, we usually like to take showers. So fresh water is good. We got plenty of fresh water left. We usually end up always having more fresh water available left over than we end up filling our tank up. Plenty of propane. Battery says fair because I have the coach power on and the generator's not running. Stove. It's all gas, propane. Oven. Got our sink. Overhead compartment storage. Got different things. We have a coffee maker in the back. We don't put it in here because it rattles around, but see, that was back when we were doing the lawnmower race and family fun in the Florida sun. Unfortunately, that's now gone. Gotta have your soap. Gotta have a lighter. And it's got a winterizing package. I forgot which one it is. There it is. It's got a winterizing package. We could also turn the heat on. It's got central heat through the floor and the whole RV. So we got a fridge too. The fridge is electric and propane. The propane, I can turn it on and run weeks and weeks and weeks. No problem running on just the propane. There's the fridge. Again, we emptied it out a little bit. We had some water and some food and stuff like that. Now this pantry, got a little lock down here. If I can get it to work. And this slides right out. It actually slides out more, but I only got one arm. So this slides out. We can get to everything in here. Got a paper plate holder. Again, another lock so it holds everything in place. Got a checklist. Everything we do before we take off with this thing so we don't rip or damage anything. Dual ACs. It's got an auto system and a manual system with a furnace. So if we want to run just the front AC unit, we can. So this is the main front unit. And then if we close this off, we can then run our side vents, which we can move and adjust to our liking. So I'm going to skip the bathroom for now. Paper towel holder. More storage. It's got storage everywhere. I think I took the fire extinguisher out of here, but pots and pans. Carpet. Another furnace. This is the side window. And we go to the back here. There's more lighting. So, we'll turn all the lights on in here. Come on. That one will warm up. But, there we go. So again, here's your rear unit. You got your 3 or 4 adjustable AC vents. So if you're laying on the bed and you want to get some nice cold AC blowing on you, you can. It doesn't have to be direct out of here, even though this does just a fine job. Mirror lighting, again, storage everywhere. It's got a full closet. And this is, again, this is the other part of the slide out. This whole bed section, everything slides all the way out, and you have about all the way to here as far as room to walk through. It's actually very nice. These switches here are actually for the AC units. These supply power to both AC units. You have your front unit and then your rear unit. Hydraulic room extensions that you control to slide them out. Carbon monoxide sensor, you got to have that, considering the generator is right down here. And that's another one of my only complaints with the Harbor Freight generators is they're very loud and they vibrate everything. They're just very loud. So, bathroom, we have a sliding door that closes. We had a mirror here. We ended up taking it off because we actually fell off going down the road, believe it or not. More storage down below. There's the toilet. More storage there. So, the bathroom here. Got another light here. That's a nice light. And this is one of the very few RVs that we've seen that actually has a skylight, a natural skylight in it. And two, for me, because I'm so freaking tall, my head actually sits about right here inside of it, so it works out great. So, shower. We put a new head on it because the old head ended up breaking off, so we got a brand new head on it. In control. And again, the water is just hot. Very, very hot. Very hot water. So that's nice. Another light here. This is a very big, bright light. That's a full LED light. So we'll come back through here. It's more of the closet. Shut some of these lights off so I don't forget it. And even though I cut the master off, it'll cut all the power. But I'll get the keys out of the door and we will fire it up. I mean, it literally starts right up. Get the keys. There they are. Got a door lock. The radio is down here. This is for our outside entertainment, and I always carry a fire extinguisher because you never know. Everything on here is gas powered or electric, and basically a house on wheels. Old tear off box sitting there, tripod. So we go to start this thing up now. Climb in the cockpit here. I got the steering wheel turned, but so whoop, focus. There we go. And there we go. And this is a 98 with 64,000 miles on it. I bought it with 60,000 miles on it. So just from racing, we put 4,412 miles on it. It's got full hydraulic leveling jacks, front and rear. We've actually used them to unload the Pro Truck at the racetrack. Get the trailer angled so we can get it out nice and easy. Backup camera. You know, we got map lights so we can see where we're going, like we're looking at maps like we're back in 1970. Dash fans keep us cool. Auxiliary start. This is if the RV battery itself is dead. I can revert power from the coach batteries to the RV batteries to get the engine to roll over. If not, the generator has an automatic self-charging. It backfeeds back into the RV battery. So if I run the generator, it'll charge the coach battery. And our flasher, generator start. We have a new head unit for the radio. It's a Pioneer, and all the speakers have been wired in. And that was all done prior to me owning it, but it actually worked out pretty good. Rolling down the road, you gotta have a CB radio. You got to. It's good for figuring out what's going on down the highway, stuff like that. You have it on. Someone may let you know if something's going on. Control, hydraulic control. It's just a Bearcat 880. It's not nothing fancy, but it does work. Brake control. You gotta have a brake control. These things weigh enough as it is, and they don't like to stop too good. So, kind of gotta have everything. But back to the RV. So, the engine on this, when I got it, it smoked really bad. It misfired really bad, like an idle, and had a couple other issues. So, pulled the intake off, found the fuel pressure regulator bad. It was pissing fuel through the fuel regulator into the bottom of the intake. So when you would at an idle, it would sit there and run like it had a really big Lopi cam in it because it was just getting that extra fuel running real rich. So I fixed that. That fixed that issue. While I was in there, I put a new cap and rotor on it just because I was already there. New gaskets. I still have to do plugs and the wires on it. I mean, for the amount of power, it's not big on horsepower. Torque-wise, it has plenty of torque. It's got plenty of torque to get on the highway. I mean, I could have it flat to the floor, and, you know, once it's up to speed, she rolls. And she'll pull a load up a hill, you know, because we carry quite a bit of weight with the enclosed trailer and all that and all the race gear and stuff. But no engine lights on, no nothing like that. You know, it's a good coach. We haven't had a breakdown yet. Hopefully we don't. I try to prevent that as much as possible because I hate breaking down and being on the side of the road. It's a very vulnerable feeling. And I do road service for a living, so I don't like that myself. But oh, another thing with this, I had a problem where I was driving it and the oil pressure dropped to 0. So I'm thinking, well, there goes the motor. So no, it actually was the oil pressure sensor. The oil pushed through the oil pressure sensor and shorted it out, and it sent the gauge down to 0, making it that it had no oil pressure. It's got a truck light alternator on it. Not much to it. I mean, it's a good runner, you know. It's not loud in here either, you know, when we're driving it. Like if I give it gas, and it's fairly quiet. It's fairly quiet, even, you know, when we're pulling a highway or going up a hill, you know, yeah, it downshifts, you know, but it's fairly quiet and it does good. No complaints. For the age of it, I can't complain. There's some cleaner RVs out there, but for $4 grand, I could not beat the deal I got on it. I literally could not beat the deal I got on it. It was just, it does great for us because when we go to the track and I bring the family or I bring friends, I have a place for them to stay, even sponsors. I have a place for them to stay. They can relax, get out of the heat, you know, or the cold, you know. They can hang out, have a good time, you know. Another thing is we can make food. We don't have to carry a grill or anything like that and, you know, worry about propane. Everything's internal. We got everything we need with this coach. And it pulls all of our gear and everything like that, no problem. So it's just perfect for us. And believe it or not, the fuel mileage on this thing is the same mileage I would get in my truck, my 2015 Ram, while towing. Exact same mileage. So why would I take my 2015 1500 Ram, which towing wise is just too soft in the rear and it's a bouncy ride, when I can take this big mammoth with all the luxury of at home and go enjoy the races? And two, the best part is because a lot of our sprint tracks we go to, we got East Bay Bubba Raceway Park, Henry County Volusia, you know, all them tracks. We're 2 hours from East Bay, so sometimes you don't want to drive back that night, so you can stay in here and take it easy. You know, now if we go to Bubba's, you know, Bubba's like 3.5 hours, you know. Volusia about the same, Marion County, you know. The farther up you go, if we go to Alltech, which is like 6-7 hours away, we're definitely going to want to spend the night there. We're not going to try to drive back that night. You know, we'll load everything up that night before and then wake up early and then hit the road. It's just better that way. Yes, there's less traffic and less idiots on the road, but it just works out that way better for us. But other than that, though, guys, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe if you want. We got a lot more things coming. Again, we're going to pick up the Sprint chassis this week. We've got the Pro Truck practice coming up. We're going to get the GoPros all set up in that. We've got the one more practice with the truck. If everything goes good with the truck, we're going to go ahead and put the truck on the track. And we're going to start racing that, and that'll be fun. You guys will get to see that. And yes, you'll get to see the screw-ups, the good times, the bad times. We'll try to get you guys to see everything. Because I know even though people like to see good times, they also like to see the bad times. And I got no problem showing people my mistakes. I'm not perfect either. But other than that, though, guys, have a good week. We'll see you next video. Bye.